account.
What?
Do account.
All right. And remember, just because you fall on your ass doesn't mean you have to stay there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thinking Box Podcast. My name is Kyle.
I'm always angry.
Did you not have your thing pulled up for your little name?
Yeah, I did not know.
Yeah,
It was so lackluster and dull. I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, you should be. That was awful. You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, what happens after the welcome back? I forgot. Trey, help.
I don't know. We haven't done this in like a week.
Oh no.
Damn, that's you know what? That's why we have so little news because we only waited a week.
We always wait a week.
No, we wait like 2.
No, we wait a week.
Nah, it's like 2.
Well, we're already recording.
Well, damn.
All right. So what do we start with? What should we start with? Dealer's choice.
I don't know. I want to say for the nice thing we want to talk about and the horrible thing we want to talk about for the last bit. So let's talk about this new Guardians game.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, this. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't hate Avengers with a passion. The Avengers game, like most people do. I think it's fine. I never finished it, and I didn't get very far. Like I haven't even unlocked everyone yet. But from what I remember, it was fine. Just kind of another superhero Arkham clone. It was whatever. But
the campaign was cool, and I didn't want to play it online.
Yeah. This game, however, why are we just playing as Star-Lord?
Listen, no offense to Star-Lord, but he is the last person on the Guardians team I want to play as. There are so many cooler characters I want to play as on the Guardians. I want to play as Groot. Is that too much to ask?
Because Star-Lord has the best personality, but his whole thing is just, I have a gun. Oh
and
my!
I can fly.
Like,
ooh, I want to play as a talking raccoon that looks like Master Wu.
Exactly. You can find Star-Lord in any other third-person game. This was my one chance to play Rocket Raccoon, and you bastards squandered it. Are you gonna play this game?
No.
You're not even gonna try it?
It depends on, whether they add stuff that intrigues me or, they get, good reviews. But I think I've learned my lesson from Avengers.
The visuals were cool. Like, it looked...
Yeah.
But except for the costumes, all the costumes kind of suck.
The character designs suck.
I like Rock. I actually unironically think Rocket's is cool.
Rocket looks like Master Wu. Okay.
Yeah, listen. He looks like Master Wu, but it kind of works.
But it's really funny.
Yeah. All the other costume designs suck. Like, why does...
I don't know what's wrong with Star-Lord's helmet. It looks... And why does he have the blondest hair I've ever seen? Like, it's like so blonde, it's almost white.
It's like that in the comics right now, but people don't like it there either.
Yeah.
And it's also so clear that they picked this lineup having only watched the MCU and not reading the comics.
Yeah, because, I didn't watch the full gameplay, but I guess Mantis is also in this.
She's not, like, on the team. Like, you can't, like, command her, but she was in the trailer. And so was, Cosmo, the space dog.
Yeah, okay. I might buy this now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Cosmo, it's actually kind of cool that Cosmo's in
I might spend $60 just so I can play a game with Cosmo in it.
Yeah. The thing is, that's the thing. What? It's too expensive.
That's the thing now too. You had you had a chance to make me play as Cosmo in a third-person game, and you blew it.
The whole point of this game is, like, you are Star-Lord, and they put in story elements where you, like, can, like, decide things as the leader. And I just think
here's my thing with that. Was there not a Guardians game 3 years ago that literally had this exact concept, except it was a Telltale game?
Yeah, the Guardians Telltale game happened. It was literally just this, except without the combat.
Yeah, that
How much
game
you want
wasn't
to
even
bet
that
Thanos
good.
in this game?
Hmm?
How much you want to bet Thanos is in this game?
I don't know.
I would bet copious amounts of money that he's at least mentioned.
Well, he's definitely gonna be mentioned because you can't really talk with like Drax Gamora can't really go a conversation without mentioning their connection with Thanos. That's the only connection they have.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, the second they mention Thanos' name, they don't even mention his name. They just mention him, like that big purple dude. All of a sudden, new rock stars, IGN is like, "Did you see? Not many people found this Easter egg in Guardians of the Galaxy," and all of a sudden, more people buying the game.
Hmm. I mean, they have to have a selling point because I don't really need a game. I don't need a Star Lord game.
Yeah,
That's not something I need.
and I guess a portion of it is if they kind of make it a little bit of like XCOM-y, where like you're commanding the Guardians, so like there's a bit of strategy and like telling them what to do. That could be kind of cool, but I would much prefer a game where you can just play as them.
Hmm.
Like, I, yeah, I this game is on Switch too, so that might be that's kind of a selling point for me, being able to take it portably.
Hmm.
If a game's on the Switch, I'm much more inclined to buy it usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, I might just skip out on this one
Hmm.
because I bought Avengers and that one I kind of regret buying it
Yeah.
because like I didn't get very far and I
No.
don't have any desire to go back.
Right.
I kind of want to play Hawkeye. He looks cool.
I'm like just out of Black Panther. I don't know. I have the game. I might jump back in, but no.
The thing is, I have it, but I can't play it because every time I try and play it, it gives me a screen that says that it needs an update, but the update isn't available right now.
Lol.
So I've tried going back to play Hawkeye, and it doesn't even let me. So you know what? I'm not playing your game, Square. Fuck you.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have Xbox over a PlayStation, Kyle.
I actually looked this up, and this is a problem on PlayStation too.
Uh, well,
So it's just a problem with the game.
well, PlayStation would have had Spider-Man.
Yeah, when's that happening, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah, they said they're going to add Spider-Man to the game, but it hasn't seemed to happen.
Then I'm pretty sure they said they were supposed to add him in like January of this.
They said by the end of the year, and it's the next year now.
Hmm.
I think it's a Falcon Winter Soldier situation where it got pushed back, but they just never told us.
Right.
I am very just annoyed that Square Enix has the Disney needs to learn who to give video game rights to.
Yeah, because like Insomniac made you money. Well,
Yeah,
that's really that was more of a Sony thing.
yeah, because like they gave Star Wars to EA and Marvel to Square Enix.
Yeah.
And
You
I
might want to
talked
invest in some Bethesda or Ubisoft boys.
I talked about this with Trey before. I don't like that every superhero game is an Arkham clone. It worked for Arkham. I just genre experimentation should be easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, make me like a Black Panther open world game or a first person Hawkeye game or an Iron Man RPG. This feels easy, like saying it out loud, but everything is third person action adventure. It's a copy of Arkham. Every single superhero game now, even Spider Man, a game that looks
Yeah.
really cool. It's just a clone of Arkham,
But that game is awesome.
but it's a clone of Arkham.
I'll forgive it because they gave me Gunslinger.
Yes, it just feels like that's what every superhero game is now. And I get Arkham was. I
But yeah,
get.
listen, I'll I do want genre experimentation with these games, but I will ignore it if they give me a Daredevil game. I'll ignore it.
Mm, I don't want a Daredevil game.
Yeah, I want it more than anything. Just the idea of using his senses in the gameplay. It's cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, but nothing that I haven't seen before. No.
I
Like, I wouldn't
disagree.
be
I think
mad at
that
it. It's just there's a lot of way cooler superheroes you can make a game out of.
yeah, but I'm just struggling for Daredevil content here, man. I need it.
Yeah,
I
but
need it.
Daredevil has some of the best comics out right now.
This is true.
Quit your bitching.
Okay.
What other superheroes could get a game? But an Invincible game, that would be sick.
Yeah, I don't think we're ready to jump the shark with Invincible yet. Like his first season of the show was great, but like it's the same problem. Well, like honestly, Invincible's a game easier to make than a Superman game because he's not indestructible or invincible.
Haha.
Yeah. And I wish we could just put a title card over right when I said that, like they do in the show.
Fun fact: Invincible was originally going to be called Bulletproof, but Image Comics
Wow.
a character called Bulletproof.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. I'm glad. Bulletproof is stupid.
indeed.
Oh my god!
Also, what would
the Wonder Woman game be? If Bethesda making an open world Wonder Woman game, give it to me now. Jesus Christ!
honestly?
An Aquaman game where you can explore Atlantis. A Green Lantern. Oh, I'm getting too worked
Yeah,
up.
Aquaman kind of did that already, and it was Superman 64. Or
Well,
with
yeah, that
Aquaman
was on the
skin.
N64. They had like a potato chip as their graphics card.
This is true.
A Teen Titan style Persona 5 game.
Anyway, honestly, I'll take whatever good Teen Titans content I'll get. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, because right now we're as someone whose favorite superhero team is the Teen Titans, I'm fucking starving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else to talk about on the E3 front? Anything else interesting get revealed?
Nah, man, I'm not gonna play. What was it called? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any Nintendo things, so E3 didn't really do anything for me. And God
I
of War 2 got delayed, so I'm sad.
I literally don't remember anything that got E3
Breath of the
usually.
Wild 2, that was announced. I'm not gonna play it, but
It wasn't announced. It
too many
was
people
already
liked it.
announced, but it got a trailer. Final. There are things at Nintendo I can talk about. Usually, Xbox and PlayStation each have like a huge reveal, like Halo Infinite or like God of. They usually every year at E3 they usually bring something huge, and this year neither of them brought literally anything.
Just give me 30 seconds of God of War Ragnarok. That's all I want. Just 30 seconds.
I mean, Nintendo brought something huge. They brought Metroid Dread, which that fun fact that was a game for the Wii that got canceled. Like they teased it and it got canceled, and they're bringing it back. Which I love when companies bring back canceled projects. It's my favorite thing.
You hear that,
Star,
WB? You hear that?
you hear that? You hear that? Star Wars. I want that. I still want 1313. I ain't forget. You laugh. Metroid Dread got revealed. That was
The 13th, that's never gonna happen.
Hey, Metroid Dread started development in 2004. I was born in 2004. Nothing.
Yes, but Kyle, you're asking for too much.
No, Trey. There is a movie out that you can watch where Ant-Man and Howard the Duck share the screen with Thanos. If you went back like 3 years and told yourself that, you would be like, you're asking for too much.
Fair enough.
All I'm asking for is 1313. It's not hard. They already made like half the game. And they know fans want it. What's stopping them?
Disney.
Disney brought back Clone Wars,
Yeah.
which befell the same fate as 1313.
I mean, listen. Until they bring back a season of Rebels, I don't think we can talk about it.
Why would they bring back a season of Rebels? Don't you
Because Kyle, listen. There's a even though
don't you ever speak those fucking words to me again.
Listen, Kyle. We don't like Rebels, but you will have to admit that there is a fan base.
Well, yeah, but Disney created it, so why would they bring it back?
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah. If you ever speak of Rebels being brought back again, I will ring you in the neck. That would be my worst nightmare.
Yeah, okay, buddy. When Ezra shows up in Ahsoka, we'll talk.
I'll only be okay with it if he's played by Mina Masood.
Honestly.
that would that would be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's like the Space Aladdin meme, comes
It
full
would
circle.
be too good. All right. What else do we have to talk about?
Um, we can talk about Snyder's Norse movie because listen, the cast for that,
Stacking.
I like it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I was about to bring up something we mentioned last week, but I forgot that we mentioned it. Yeah, no. Honestly, look, Zack Snyder handling a mythology movie, even if I don't love that, loves Snyder's directing style, it's kind of perfect, right?
I mean, we got Denethor playing Odin. That's beautiful.
He loves putting in religious allegories. This movie's about a religion, okay? We're good there. He loves giant imagery of huge creatures and giant, like, striking poses. Yeah, that's what mythology is. He loves shirtless men. There's a lot of that in mythology. I'm cool with this. This sounds really cool.
I mean, we got the guy who trolled the internet for days being Ezra in this. Like here, I'm
Oh,
looking at the cast.
wait, that guy's in this?
Yeah, he's playing. Wait, who's he playing? Uh, he's playing Egil.
I like that actor a lot. Most of his Instagram is like nerd shit, like him painting Warhammer figurines. I like
My
that.
man.
I like that he's in a big series.
Yeah, we also got Where do I know Patterson Joseph from? He looks so familiar.
Look him up.
Yeah, I don't know. He's playing Loki. And the Yellow Jacket's playing.
I'm sure this
I
is the only
can't.
time Loki's going to be mentioned this episode.
Oh yeah, right. Yellow Jacket's playing like Ahara.
You
You
can do
read Norse. How do I say that?
it. Send it to me.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna spell it out for you. Hrafnkel.
You're gonna have to send it to me, man. That's a lot of letters.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Fine. Send me the post then.
Okay.
Yellow Jacket, you said?
Yeah, Yellow Jacket.
So, yeah, okay.
Here.
Where's here?
There you
All right. Oh, that is a lot of. Oh, okay, that's a lot of consonants.
go. Yeah.
Craft nickel. That's my best.
Okay.
That's my go.
And we also got what for some friend. He looks. I know he's in a lot, and I can't ever remember. Wait, who's this dude who's playing Thor? He also looks familiar. But all these people look familiar. None of them except him. He's in Game of Thrones. Christopher Hogan. Guile.
Okay, so apparently Skype didn't like me leaving the app.
Wow.
So I think that name you were looking at is pronounced Craftnickel.
Hmm.
You have to like say it like throaty, like Craftnickel. I like
Yeah.
that cast a lot. It's cool.
Yeah,
Also,
we got honestly. I
agree.
find it funny that we have a little bit of every fantasy in here. Like we got people from Lord of the Rings. We got people from Game of Thrones.
Who from Lord of the Rings is in this?
John Hobo is well, yeah, you haven't. Well, this isn't really a spoiler, but he is Boromir's dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. I knew he would. It's kind of obvious that his dad would show
He
up.
also played Scarecrow in Arkham Knight.
Oh, I'm sure it's the only time Scarecrow is going to be mentioned today. I'm gonna roll with these.
Yeah.
Or yeah, that cast looks fun, and I'm actually this This is one of the first times I'm genuinely excited for his Zack Snyder project.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm excited because I just know Zach's gonna throw some stuff in here that I'm not gonna like. I don't. It doesn't matter if I like the cast or not. It's the direction that Zach's gonna go. That's what's probably gonna bother me.
I don't think he's a bad director. I think he knows what he's doing. I just don't think he interpreted the comics right. I think he
No,
knows what he's doing.
I just don't like his movies. I don't like his style.
Well,
It's mostly a preference. I wouldn't call it bad. Well, some of his choices are plain old bad.
no,
But
a
it's
lot of
just
movies are bad. Don't sugarcoat it.
yeah. It's just some of his direct. It's just I don't know something about his style. Is just I don't like it.
I think his style fits this pretty perfectly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's playing to his strengths. Like when he was like, "I'm gonna make a Superman movie," it's very confusing because that doesn't play to his strengths even in the slightest. But this is like, I understand why you wanted to do this.
Yeah, because instead of making superheroes gods, you could just make gods gods.
Yeah, it feels very obvious.
Yeah.
All right. What's next up on the list? You have the list in front of you, right?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about WB. Not giving us the sequel we deserved and the sequel we needed. Lego Batman movie 2. It could have happened. We could have
Okay,
seen it, but they didn't give it to us.
Trey, do you have
The hell?
like the little image in front of you? That like thing?
The image, no.
Pull it up real quick,
Okay.
because I want you to read off something on it.
I'm probably not gonna find it, but I'll try.
My dad sent it to me. I can't read the app, the Skype app, though. Damn it. All right, well, I'll just cut to the point. This movie was going to be, this movie like thanked, like accredited a lot of different like other properties, like some of the obvious ones like DC Comics, like Bill Finger, stuff like that. But then, the last thing they said is based off Boogie Nights. Trey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you just give me a summary of the plot of Boogie Nights? Just like a general like log line, like an elevator pitch.
Um, it's about a porn star.
So this Lego Batman movie was going to be semi based on a movie about a porn star.
Okay, there's a lot more dramatic elements to Boogie Nights that I'm
Oh,
assuming they'll
shut up.
take it
Okay.
from. You had seen Boogie Nights. You don't understand, Kyle.
Trey, it's about a porn star. I think I understand
But
what I need to understand.
it's still a good movie.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but it's definitely about a porn star. You can't deny that.
I mean,
Are you
it's
lying?
honestly probably Mark Wahlberg's best movie.
Seriously?
Well, Kyle, give me another contender for Mark Wahlberg's best movie.
No, I just didn't know Mark Wahlberg was in that movie.
No, he plays the porn star. He's the main character.
That makes me not want to watch it. I don't want to see him play a porn star. Yeah, so just speculation, why do we think it was what do we think they meant by like semi based on Boogie Nights? Do you think there was just going to be like a one-off joke like with Lizzie McGuire in the first movie?
I don't think. I think it's gonna be more of Batman's arc. It's because like the whole thing that
He's going to become a porn.
The whole synopsis was he was going to deal with this friendship with Justice League, which is fan freaking tastic because it goes off what the first movie did so well. Because what the first movie did was take Batman's family, his Bat family there, and the sequel they're going to delve into how he connects to other super people and how important that is to Batman, which is awesome. And
wasn't it going to be called?
So mad we didn't get it.
Wasn't it going to be called like Batman and the Super Friends or something?
No, it was going to be called Lego Super Friends.
And this movie didn't get made because WB's a bunch of idiots?
Yeah.
Just
they'd rather invest in we know. We know. We
it would
complain.
take long to list the other. Okay, so let's just look at the guys at DC's office, like Jeff Johns, and Jeff Johns is sitting there like, this sequel to the hit movie that we made that looks really amazing and written by the writers of one of the greatest comedy TV shows of all time, or an Hour Man movie.
No,
What
like
should we?
do we
What should we be like, guys?
no. Do we make another season of this really bad show that we're gonna talk about later, or
Mhm.
do we make Lego Super Friends happen?
Mm. This is quite the tough choice.
I know, right?
It's so hard to know what they should have done. The fucking idiots over at WB. This is why you guys lost Tom Taylor.
This is
Segue. Come on, that was good, right?
okay. Yeah,
That
that
was good. All right. In case you weren't aware, Tom Taylor is currently the best thing to happen to DC Comics.
Yeah.
He's a writer over there. He's currently working on Nightwing, Superman, and Supergirl all at the same time.
And writing. He also wrote, the Injustice. What was it, Injustice spinoff?
Just the entirety of Injustice.
Well, he also did, but what was the recent Injustice spinoff?
Oh, Year One.
Yeah.
No, it was.
Well, no,
It was,
not year one. It was.
was it Year Zero?
I think
I
so.
think it was called Year Zero because all the other Injustice books were like
they were.
categorized
They
by
were.
year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, it was Year Zero. Basically, yeah, he made that, and he also wrote all of Injustice, which is one of the best DC stories. Period. Didn't he also write Metal?
Oh no, that was Scott Snyder.
Okay. Well, he's wrote some damn good comics. Some of them, in my opinion, the best DC comics. The modern DC comics, at least. Maybe he's next to Grant Morrison in the DC Hall of Fame. And he posted today on the one and only Instagram just a picture of the Marvel Studios logo and the caption saying tomorrow. This could mean two things. One good thing, one bad thing. One, it could mean he's leaving DC, which I would hate, and because he's the best writer there right now, and that would really suck. Or two, he's going to be working for both at the same time, which would be great.
Legend, Chad.
Yeah. Which, I mean, okay, so what do we think he's going to be working on at Marvel?
Honestly, he can work on anything. He is the fact that he's just written Injustice alone, where he's had to deal with all these different super people and write them in a different way through a different universe. It's just enough to where he could just take on anything he wanted.
I don't want to be that guy, but Donny Cates just ended his legendary run.
I was just about to say, didn't Donny Cates just end his Venom run?
Yeah, he did. And you know what? He would be pretty good on that. He would. I really like Donny Cates as a writer, but Tom Taylor's also good.
Yes. Kyle, why'd you mute yourself? This buffoon. Kyle, unmute yourself. This wise guy, viewers. Come on. How can he do this to me? He's just sitting there, letting me talk. He unmuted himself.
I like leaving you in silence.
Well, I don't like being left in silence, Kyle.
Well, you can just whine about it.
I will. Okay, he left me again in silence.
Because it's funny to me. Anyway, if
you piece of garbage.
Do we think that he's going to be working on an ongoing series or just a mini series? Because he's got his plate pretty full at DC right now.
I would imagine if he's doing miniseries, going to be some event. Or I don't think it'd be an event because they just did Venom War or whatever it was called.
It was like King in Black, I think is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, King in Black.
Was that any good?
I only read the Daredevil spinoff that was really good, but I don't know. I might pick up the paperback when it comes out. There
was a symbiote Spider-Man comic tie-in that I almost bought where Spider-Man teamed up with Kang. And I feel like Kang is going to be very important very soon, so I very much considered buying that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, otherwise, so let's say he's working on a mini series, and Marvel comes to him here's $10,000. You can do anything you want, any character, all yours.
I think Tom Taylor is making more than $10,000 to write books.
Yes. Who do we think he's picking? Let's also look at his track record. Nightwing, Superman, and Supergirl. What do all those characters have in common?
Justice and happiness.
Those are all sidekicks. Former sidekicks.
Wait, did you say Superman, former sidekick?
He's working on the John Kent Superman run.
Oh.
So 3 sidekicks are former sidekicks. Does this mean anything? Probably not. Marvel doesn't really do sidekicks.
I mean, Young Avengers.
Oh my god, a Tom Taylor Young Avengers series. Do you know how
now I put that in Kyle's head, and when it doesn't happen, he's gonna be really sad.
This is just like that Arkham Assassin thing you did to me in I'm not over that. Just because I haven't brought it up in 5 years doesn't mean I'm not over it.
I'm aware.
For the viewers at home.
Rocksteady, I'm just saying, Deathstroke game, Arkham Assassin. It sounds pretty good.
In 5th grade, Trey lied to me to my face and said the next Arkham game is going to be called Arkham Assassin, and you can play as Batman and Superman, and Deathstroke is going to be in it. And I went, what? That is super cool. That is a really cool title. I like alliteration in my titles. And it wasn't real. And I never forgave him. And I never will.
Good. Use that anger and aggression. Let the hate flow through you.
Do we think he's gonna do like a solo thing? He seems to like solo, like singular character driven books more than
Or,
which is why I'm kind of inclined to say that he's picking up Venom.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what do you want? If you could pick any Marvel character for Tom Taylor to have an ongoing series or a miniseries for, who'd it be?
Sentry.
Who?
Sentry.
That's a really good pick, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I like that. Like, considering like Injustice and other stuff, because like he likes taking these like super people, but he also likes doing something obscure and turning a flip on an axis of an interesting story. You know, I feel like Sentry's a character that he can do that.
He kind of likes taking a character and like ruining their life a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he kind of does the God, who am I thinking of? Who's that writer that just takes a character and just ruins their life in every aspect?
Tom King.
No, yeah, you're right, yeah. Tom King just, yeah, I love Tom King.
Yeah.
And let me look at my comic shelf and see what I could muster up for him to write. You could do an okay Miles Morales series.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's not really something I really care to see.
I want him to do something street level because he's shown to us he can do that really well, and he doesn't get to. He doesn't get. Oh my god, a Punisher! Ooh, stop putting things in my head that aren't going to happen. Watch it like tomorrow. He's just going to live stream an MCU movie on his Twitter or something.
Lol.
Here's my announcement for Marvel. I'm still working at DC. He could do like something with Asgard, like a Valkyrie series, or maybe even just straight up Thor.
I'm sure we won't talk about Asgard again on this episode.
No, definitely not. Oh, I mean, honestly, he could do literally any character, and I wouldn't be mad.
This is true.
I don't want to jump the gun to say best comic writer out there right now, because I'm probably not thinking of someone who I like more. But he's definitely up there, if not the best.
I myself am a Scott Snyder boy.
Well, yeah, obviously, because he's made some really good Batman stuff.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Yeah, he knows. He could take on anyone, and I'd be like, perfect, amazing, 10 out of 10. All of you are doing awful, except you, Black Noir. I mean, Tom Taylor, you're doing great. That was a funny meme reference.
I watched The Boys, and now we can't stop talking about it.
I tried to get the funny meme.
I got the funny meme.
I'm so funny. All right. Anything else you want to talk about concerning this announcement?
I'm intrigued and excited.
If I had to make an official prediction, I'd say he's either doing a miniseries or he's taking over for Venom.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say definitely because I think the Venom series might be ending. I'm not sure.
I mean, they just wrapped up King in Black, so I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
I wouldn't
see.
be surprised if they just ended Venom after that. All right. What's next on the list?
Let's talk about the weird Morbius news that got flip-flopped around.
See, yeah, what happened there?
So Tyrese said, because like I understand because BD asked him this and he definitely was confused, but at the same time I also believe him because BD asked him, is Morbius in the MCU? He didn't know what that meant, so he asked him, is it in the World of the Avengers? And he's like, oh yeah. And then
And
Sony said, oh no, it's not. Even though you want to explain why Michael Keaton's in the trailer? You
what
want to explain that?
what this tells me is, yes, it is, and that they just
Yeah.
legally can't say it is yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
They're being
heard a
lied.
rumor that the Sony movies are going to be connected to Spider-Man, like MCU Spider-Man, but just Spider-Man, and not the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the thing is, you can't have that Spider-Man if Iron Man doesn't exist.
Yeah, but like at the same time, how is Craven gonna fit into Tom Holland's Spider-Man?
Yeah, because yeah, I
With
don't like
Quicksilver.
what Sony's doing at all.
It's so odd. Just
Like,
you're not doing anything. Sure, I understand you made money with Venom, but like, can you just sell the rights to Marvel so they can just mention Uncle Ben's name? Is that
so,
so hard?
look, Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery is my favorite in comics, like right up there next to Batman's Rogues Gallery. But I don't want movies for all of them. Are you crazy?
They're not interested. A lot of them aren't that interesting enough for their own movies. A lot of them, their whole thing is their relationship with Peter Parker.
Here's the
That's
thing.
why most of the villains in his movies know his real name because of his relationship with them.
Here's the thing. A villain is never created first. You never start a story by creating the villain. So these villains are all made to accentuate Peter Parker or Miles Morales. They're all made for the specific reason of going up against Peter Parker. So if legally they can never meet Peter Parker, what's the point?
Yeah.
Also, what is this building to? What's your Avengers gonna be?
Sinister Six, probably.
What are they gonna do? Who are they gonna fight?
I don't know. Venom might do a null thing.
Okay, but that would be really cool though.
That would be cool.
And
Just in let there be cars set up for Venom in space, and then I'm sold.
like I know we're like making fun of like Sony right now, but you know what? King in Black would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
That would be the coolest shit ever, man. See, this is yet another instance of you putting stuff on my head that is never happened. And
This
now,
is true. I mean, you showed me those Amazing Spider-Man universe leaks the other day, and I was like, "Wow! Imagine if this happened."
yeah, it got leaked that the Amazing Spider-Man cinematic universe was going to entail some really stupid things. I don't
Like,
want to.
listen,
We
I,
might
I
do a
would
whole
have
episode on this. That'd be, but
like
we'll go.
some of it was Miguel O'Hara being Captain America or something.
It wasn't that. They wanted Miguel O'Hara to be their Captain America like franchise.
Hmm.
And they wanted the movie to end with him being stranded in modern day, which happens a lot in the comics. But for that specific series, I think they would have screwed it up somehow.
Yeah, but wasn't there also a movie, Amazing Spider-Man movie, that was set before Amazing Spider-Man 2, but after Amazing Spider-Man 1, so they could
Yeah.
just get Emma Stone back to play Gwen Stacy?
They described it as Amazing Spider-Man 1.5. They
Jesus
basically just
Christ.
squished another Amazing Spider-Man in between the two they already had, with Craven as the villain.
Oh my God. Listen,
What
I
this
really don't. I really never want these movies to happen. Well, they're never gonna happen, but because I want to see good Spider-Man movies. But it would have been so funny to watch this all unfold.
what this says to me with the 1.5 thing is like, oh, we wanted to make we didn't want to make Amazing Spider-Man 2. We're just going to make it again but make it better. And they would still probably be worse.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They were gonna make like an Aunt May spy movie, right?
Oh yeah, like
I
wasn't it
would
gonna be like
sign.
a prequel?
I will sign as many petitions as are needed to get that movie made.
No, that could easily be an MCU movie. Honestly, that could easily be an
No,
MCU movie.
I don't see Marissa
Like
Tomei doing that.
she could do it. She
Yeah,
could
but I
do
don't want her to.
it.
Oh my! What if they mention it like slyly in No Way Home?
I'm like, okay, yeah, Aunt May's not your good. She went on a super secret Nick Fury mission.
Like they're chilling with Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my Aunt May. Oh yeah, she helps out around town. She works at a bank. Oh yeah, mine helps out with Happy Hogan. Yeah, mine's a super spy. She has a kill count in the hundreds."
I love it.
Oh my god, they would do it too. I really want them to mention that.
Of course they would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Overall, Sony, you really need to get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like seriously, like
Just just please like listen. It's already the leaks of No Way Home are already scaring us enough about your involvement. Just let Feige do what he wants to do, please.
I know you
Don't
guys
that bother
money.
you.
I know you guys like money, but this is not how you make money.
No.
The worst
Dude, like
part is they're casting these movies so well.
yeah.
Other than Jared Leto, who should never be cast in anything, it's really good. I really like Aaron Taylor Johnson as Craven. I love that casting.
Yeah. And like everyone like who's rumored to play him was great except for Brad Pitt. If Brad Pitt played Craven, I would have been mad.
Eddie Brock being played by Tom Hardy, that's amazing casting.
It's so good. It's so good. And Tom Hardy clearly is, having the time of his life doing it.
Yeah, he knows it. He knows what this movie is like. You know what? Whatever.
Like serious, this is goofy as shit and people love it. Learn, DC.
God, imagine
Learn.
what if Venom becomes the comic book equivalent to Fast and Furious?
Please, please,
Like,
please. It'd be beautiful.
they just lean into how stupid it is. Like, you know what? We're just gonna make the dumbest movies possible.
Do it. It obviously made Venom money. It's making Fast and Furious money, and you know what? Fast and Furious about to go to Cannes.
Yeah. The next thing we know, Venom, King in Black at the Cannes Film Festival.
Honestly,
I want that King in Black movie so bad now. And you're an
welcome.
absolute troglodyte for putting it in my head.
Thank you.
All right, what's next on the godforsaken list?
So a Harley Quinn scene got cut.
Really? I heard nothing about this.
It starts a little. I don't want to say it started controversy, but started some stuff because the scene
It
was
was
about Batman pleasuring Catwoman in a certain way.
how? What way?
I'm not going to go into specifics.
Yes, you are. This is a podcast. We need to inform the people.
If you don't know the specifics, look it up. I'm just going to say Batman pleasuring.
Trey, we need to inform the people.
You can inform them if you wish.
No,
I'm just gonna.
You're the Batman guy. You're the Batman guy.
I'm just gonna put it in the words Batman pleasuring Catwoman in a certain way.
In what way?
In a certain sexual way.
Elaborate. We need to inform the people.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Do it. Elaborate.
No.
Trey, elaborate.
You can't make me.
Yes, I can, and I will elaborate.
No.
Trey, how is he pleasuring her?
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to actually, talk about this now.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're the Batman guy. Nope.
So the reason.
Nope. Not letting this happen until you say it.
No.
Say it.
So.
Say it. Say it, Trey. You know you wanna.
The reason DC gave for this.
I'm not letting you move on.
For this scene not to happen.
No, you're not allowed. This is not allowed.
DC claims
Trey, do not
that they
move
couldn't
on.
sell
Ray's
Batman
lightsaber
toys
is orange.
if this
Ray's
happened.
lightsaber is orange.
I swear to God.
Ray's lightsaber is orange. Will that get you to stop?
Well, it's not that you want me to stop. It's want me to say something that I don't really want to say.
Ray, what was Batman doing to Catwoman?
Okay, so the reason DC
He was eating her
gave.
out.
Oh my god.
See how easy that was?
Hey man, you said it, not me.
We need to take this episode down when we start applying to colleges.
Just okay. Anyway, so yes, that and the
DC,
reason DC gave was that they can't sell Batman toys if Batman is having sex.
I would buy that toy. You click the button and then nope, I'm not gonna go that far.
Anyway,
Case in point is
what kind of like? Listen, I don't really care that we're not seeing the scene too much.
I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, but like the reason you gave was not a good reason. You have like Marvel's selling the Deadpool toys. I listen. I'm sure Deadpool's doing a lot.
Here's my thing. There was civil unrest when we saw a little bit of Batman's dick in Batman Damned, like a little bit. Like look, we saw like a tiny little bit, and there was riots. People were so pissed off, and of course DC's gonna be like, "We're not going to show that scene. Are you crazy?"
Yeah. At the same time, like it's very unrealistic because, like Batman definitely does, get some. Even Val
Also, you could
Kilmer,
say it now.
Val Kilmer tweeted about it.
Mm-hmm.
Val Kilmer said, "Well, he does." And
Yeah,
he did a little Batman Chase Meridian gif, and I'm like, "That's my man. That's my guy, Val Kilmer, sticking up for us." Hashtag release the Schumacher cut. Anyway,
I just think I think this is very because if DC just went, people don't want to see Batman doing that. Yeah, you would not get clowned on as hard because there's literal evidence we don't want to see Batman doing that.
yeah, but also you saying that this is not heroic for Batman to do. I'm just saying you have let directors and writers get through a lot of stuff that's not heroic for superheroes to do.
And the people who
So,
do that,
exactly.
mm-hmm. It's whatever. It's funny to laugh at them. It's not. It's funny. This is just a funny news story.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is there anything else to talk about before the good and the bad?
Nope. There's not. What do you want to start? Do you want to start with the screaming or the really good show?
I want to start with the really good show so we can end on the screaming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Loki's pretty great, huh?
Yeah, in my opinion, my humble opinion, this is the best Marvel TV show pilot. I have watched the Daredevil pilot, the WandaVision pilot, the Falcon Winter Soldier pilot. I think Loki has the best jumping off point of all those shows.
I don't know if I go that. I don't really, compare them too much, but it had a lot of great scenes and a lot of great moments. And a scene that almost made me cry. It was a good episode.
Well, here's my thing. All those other shows I mentioned started off really clunky and kind of needed like an episode or two to get on their feet. Loki just starts out. It it has really good world building. It squashes plot holes for the most part, and it just gets on with the plot. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what do we think of the first episode?
Is a very good episode.
That scene where Loki's watching his life until his death.
Dude, that
Damn good.
that hit me in the feels.
He learned his brother and dad really did love him.
Yeah, and he cried and he laughed and he saw Thanos break his neck and we saw that he was alive up to the moment when the ship exploded which means he felt everything.
That's brutal. That whole scene was brutal.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact about the TVA: the TVA exists outside of any universe.
Yeah,
So the
it exists
TVA,
outside of space and time. So
the Mobius from the comics and Owen Wilson Mobius are the same exact person. And you know what? I just think it's neat that there's someone who looks exactly like Owen Wilson in Marvel Comics.
yeah.
Also, we've had two Lightning McQueens in the MCU. Daniel Bruhl did the German dub for a Lightning McQueen, and you know what? I just think that's neat.
Yeah, okay. So I guess Zemo and Mobius, we'll call them Lightning McQueen until the end of time.
Ciao. What?
Bad.
There's something sus with the TVA.
Well, did you watch the second episode?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna say this. It's very. Listen.
Spoilers,
I'm
by the
not
way.
gonna say this show. I'm not gonna say this show is predictable, but I can see where it's going.
I
They're,
know.
the,
I
the
know they're
TVA
lying.
is definitely doing the whole sacred timeline thing because they sound like a cult. They do. They sound very much like a cult. What I think female Loki's gonna do is that she's trying to bring free will onto the universe.
I think there's going to be a bit of a switcheroo. I think female Loki's going to end up being a good guy, and I think Owen Wilson and Loki are going to defect from the TVA. And a lot of people are saying that Loki is going to start the timeline. No, I don't think, because the thing is, I think it's going to reveal a timeline. I think it's gonna be like, yeah, the TVA was lying all this time. The timekeepers, they're not real. They never existed. I think I think the TVA is keeping like the timeline a secret. So now the multiverse is secret. Why? Who knows? We'll have to keep watching.
We'll have to see, No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness. And also,
Yeah, that's the thing.
multiversal war they talked about in the beginning. That's definitely a Secret Wars, foreshadowing, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Here's the thing. They claim in the show that there is no multiverse. Next year we're getting a movie called Multiverse of Madness. I'm not stupid, Disney. I can put two and two together.
Yeah.
Why didn't they Serpent Society this? Where they gave it a title like Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme or something.
What do you want, Loki, God of Mischief?
No, I'm talking about Multiverse of Madness.
Hmm.
Because that kind of like spoils the show a little bit. We know there's gotta be a multiverse by the end of the show. That's just the way things are.
Yeah, but also at the same time, we've also had, people like Quentin Beck who have also, lied about the existence of a multiverse. But the multiverse does indeed exist.
It has to exist. Like, because otherwise, then there's just no Marvel Comics universe. That just doesn't exist then.
Yeah, but also the weird thing is that, because, the Ancient One did, simply say in Doctor Strange, if the multiverse does exist, these sling rings can travel through the multiverse.
She said that?
So, she did say that. When she was handing the sling rings, she was like, these things can travel between the multiverse.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
So we know we know there's something going on with the TVA.
Mm-hmm. So, again, they sound like a cult.
They really do.
The dialogue they give is they keep using, the sacred timeline.
Also, another thing. You called that girl Lady Loki earlier. The credits credit her as Sylvie. That makes her Enchantress.
Yeah, I was about to say she's like just the blonde hair alone. You're just like, wait, and the enchantments and everything. It's just like, wait a minute.
Which
are you Enchantress?
Here's my thing. Enchantress's main thing is that she's in love with Thor and wants to take over Asgard. Asgard doesn't exist and Thor is fat now.
I don't know, man. Thor's about to get, hella swollen.
Yeah, we did see in the Thor Love and Thunder promotional T-shirt that. Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Man.
There was a Thor Love and Thunder T-shirt revealed where Thor's thin again, and Jane Foster's Thor costume looks exactly like the comics, and I love it.
Except she's not blonde.
I don't care. It looks perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it looks just like the comics, which I love.
But yeah, anyway, I am really what my thing with, Enchantress Lady Loki. I do think she's a multiversal version of Loki, but I do think she will be Enchantress in the main MCU timeline.
Do you think she's gonna last past the show?
Yes. I don't think she'll, be the traditional Enchantress, wants to fall in love with Thor kind of shit. But I do think she will be called Enchantress and have her own goals.
Well, we do forget this technically. Oh, well, no, it's confusing. It kind of is and kind of isn't in the MCU.
Yeah, but they're traveling into MCU, time point.
Yeah.
They travel to 2050 of Earth 9999.
Yeah. That was cool that they went to 2050.
Yeah. Even though I'm like, you think we're gonna have holograms in 2050? Wow.
Hey man, we might.
I don't know. My main thing is wow, I think we're gonna be around in 20.
Yeah. I did like the little Roxanne reference. That was fun. I like that.
Yeah, that I feel like that's like showing us something like is Roxanne going to be a future main player here?
Well, Roxanne was in the first Iron Man.
Well, yeah, and it's also mentioned in some of the Marvel Netflix stuff. But like
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm just like, are we gonna do some more scientific mumbo jumbo with the Roxanne Corporation?
We definitely could. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Overall, the first two episodes of Loki are solid. I loved them.
I love the second episode. The second episode was so much fun. Just to see, Loki being, just being excited and being investigative. That was fun.
Yeah. I seeing him get to do that thing in Pompeii and just kind of like tell. We actually get to see the
Nothing matters.
We got to see the Altung in like use for the first time, which is crazy. Because that is never used. It's just kind of thing they can do, and it never actually comes up. And I like that we got to see it used.
Yeah. But anyway, in this episode 2, we also had the MCU adapting another meme with, the Ragnarok. Yes, destruction of Asgard. Very sad. Anyway, it was beautiful.
It was Ragnarok. Hey, it's the second time it's come up because God of War Ragnarok got canceled. Haha. Not canceled, pushback. Whatever. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Also, poor Owen Wilson. He just wants a jet ski for God's sake.
Yeah, god damn it, man. Give Mobius his jet ski.
That is a Chekhov's gun if I've ever seen it. In the finale or something, he's gonna like.
In the finale, they're gonna do an Indiana Jones Last Crusade horse ride up from the sun, but with jet skis, and I'm gonna cry.
I think he's gonna like, in like the final battle, like ride a jet ski, or like maybe just ride the waves on a rock or something, and be like, "Hey, I'm jet skiing."
But at the same time, Owen Wilson, Loki just said, if you ride a jet ski before an apocalypse, you're good.
Yeah, which honestly, that is a really clever way to explain how Enchantress is hiding. That's honestly really clever, and I like it a lot. All right, overall, good show. Good show.
Good show. Good gig. Excited to see more.
You ready to talk about a very, very bad show? All right. So, me and Trey's favorite TV show got a teaser trailer for the third season today. Oh, aren't Trey? Aren't you excited for Titans season 3?
They're about to do a half-assed Death in the Family story arc, and it's gonna make me mad.
By the way, Red Hood's costume looks laughable in motion. It's so fake looking. It looks so bad.
It's just like it looks like great. It's like, listen, if I saw that too at a convention, I'd be like, damn, that's some great cosplay. But this is a high budget TV show, and I expect more.
Mm-hmm. I expect more. Well, not from Titans. Par for the course. Yeah, par for the course. By the way, we got no Blackfire in this.
That's because it doesn't matter, Kyle. Blackfire's not going to make people watch the show. But Gotham City, Red Hood, and the Joker, that's going to make people want to watch the show.
Why didn't you guys just make a Nightwing show? It's clear that this is the only guy you care about. Okay, so here's what's going on. This teaser started with Jason Todd, everyone's favorite little fuckface, in a warehouse with some guy being Joker.
No, it was at a carnival. Here's my thing. Jason just walked through the door using bolt cutters to cut open a gate and just walked right in. You were trained by Batman. You can sneak in.
Yeah, no, that was about as subtle as a brick to the head. Like he didn't even try and sneak in. He didn't even try and be like, oh, if someone's here, I should stay quiet. No, he used very loud materials and walked in, probably crunching twigs or something comically. And you can hear Joker's laugh. And it's so bad. It's such a bad. Do you think we're actually going to see?
No, we're not going to get an actor. We're going to get a behind the back, lackluster. Boom. Boom. Wow. What? This is a very rushed version of Death in the Family because people want to see Red Hood.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they're actually going to kill him?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. Because if that's the case, you're going to have a Lazarus bullshit. And if that's the case, we're about to have a Ra's al Ghul subplot. And if that's the case, we're going to have a mess.
I will be so pissed if Ra's al Ghul's... Wait, never mind. That would... No, I forgot about Batman Begins. That doesn't matter. Thing is, they want to give him, even if they aren't killing him, they're giving him a half-assed reason to hate the Joker.
Which it doesn't matter. What does Jason's arc with the Joker contribute to the show? Because from what they've told me is that Jason's gonna die and get revenge on the Titans. What do the Titans have to do with your death?
They're trying to make it so comic fans aren't mad. They're making it quote unquote accurate. We don't care if it looks like the comics. If you go through the motions, we want a good story. That's all we want.
It literally, again, it would have made all the sense in the world, and it would have made so much over the story if Jason became Red Robin and formed the Teen Titans.
Or here's the thing: if you want to do Red Hood so bad, if you're really itching for Red Hood, because let's be honest, Red Hood sells. And what if Jason did die at the end? Because you made the poll thing about whether or not Jason should die, but it was clear that you were still going to do Red Hood no matter what. Don't do the poll. Kill him anyway. And that way you save yourself the trouble, and you can just do Red Hood the way it's supposed to be. It's so easy to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Just have him die, and then he would hate the Titans because they couldn't save him. It would basically be Batman and Red Hood's arc, but with Robin and Dick Grayson.
Yeah. Also, Bruce was in this trailer, and I'm just like, so we're still gonna have Batman. Okay.
And also, Barbara Gordon and Scarecrow were in this trailer. Apparently, Scarecrow and Red Hood are going to be working together. Cool.
Geez. Yeah, I wonder where I've heard that before. Jason Todd working with the Scarecrow. Where's that come from?
Oh my god! I just realized. Of all the Arkham games you can copy, you copy Arkham Knight.
Honestly,
like I love Arkham Knight.
Yeah, it's a great game, but like that has a story with the Scarecrow and Jason Todd thing. Here he's just gonna be like, okay, I want some of your fear gas because I hate the Titans.
Want to know what I bet happened? I bet they just arbitrarily picked a Batman villain for him to work with.
Yeah.
Because how does Scarecrow mentally and emotionally challenge any of the Titans?
They're gonna, do like, ooh, fear. We're gonna have another dramatic flashback about the Titans' fears, and we haven't seen that before.
How does someone who thrives off fear challenge Beast Boy's ideology? It doesn't.
Also, this teaser also, hinted at Hawk again falling back into his drug addiction.
I don't care.
Am I supposed to care? You've done this 3 times now. A lot of it being off-screen stuff. Am I supposed to care? Yeah, I don't.
He got into and out of heroin in an episode once. This is literally an annual occurrence now.
Just like the Titans breaking up.
Do you think Raven's going to even be in this season, or do you think that was a way to write her out of the show?
Nah, because I've seen Donna Troy's set photos. I don't know what's going to go on in Themyscira, but she'll be back.
Donna Troy's going to be back?
I saw her set photos with a black suit on, which.
Oh my God. What if they do the Who is Donna Troy thing and have the first one be like a clone?
I mean, it's the Titans. They can do it.
I mean, the comics did it, and it was really cool there. And Titans is kind of known for taking cool comic book stories and making them awful in every way.
Yeah, because they're about to literally make Death in the Family 5. Like, listen, I 100% guarantee the opening to this will be just Death in the Family of Jason just getting murdered in the first 5 minutes of the 3rd season, and it's going to make no sense whatsoever. And I guess Jason's death is what this whole tragedy thing is going to be that brings the Titans there. Why would anyone except for Dick come to Gotham? The Titans do not like Jason. They hate him. They almost drove him to suicide.
How are we supposed to like these guys after they almost drove their youngest member to suicide? By God, how do they want us to like the Titans? It's just some sick. You want to know what I bet this is? I bet Titans is some sick social experiment just to see if people will really watch just fucking anything.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm. It's like, we're gonna make a show where we take these beloved characters and just make them worse in every way. And you're going to fucking watch it because you're a little bitch boy. Now say it. Say you're a little bitch boy.
Do you want me to say it?
Say it.
I think I'll pass.
Say it.
Yeah, no thanks. Anyways,
This
yeah.
show.
Uh, so,
What?
so
Aren't they
Jason's whole
mischaracterizing?
thing. Oh yeah, the in uh
The show just is a thief of joy.
so you're about to make Barbara, devoid of logic and think Gotham should fend for themselves and ignore superheroes.
So yeah, that's okay.
I understand they're probably gonna go the route like, oh, she's crippled. She has a new thing on life. She hates the world. Okay, one, that's every Titans character,
Yeah,
and
no one in
two,
Titan likes the world.
yeah, and two, that's one, not Barbara Gordon. It's also just lame.
Yeah, it doesn't really present cool story opportunities because it's going to be we're going to be in retirement, and she's like, "Sorry, Dick, I can't help you. I'm in retirement, but please though." Okay. I guarantee you it's just going to be that, and I guarantee you it's going to happen in a single episode too, and then never spoken about again.
Yeah,
It's so fucking easy to predict.
yeah. Like
It's
they really expected that the Jericho Slade reveal was going to be some big reveal, except everyone guessed it the second it happened.
because here's the thing: they know it's mostly comic book fans watching, so they're like, okay. So The Boys does this too. In The Boys, spoilers for The Boys, by the way. Go watch it; it's an amazing show. In The Boys, Homelander has relations with a woman, and the child ends up dying in birth in the comics. The child and the mother both end up dying. And it's presented this way in the show for the first season. But the first season ends in a dramatic twist where we find out the boy is still alive and so is the mother, and Homelander's been secluding them. That didn't happen in the comics. In the comics, they just died. So it took a concept from the comics and twisted it. You can't just adapt the comic straight up. You have to add something new. Titans takes it and adds a twist, but the twist is everything is worse. It just I can't find anything about Titans I enjoy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say this now. Nobody is gonna have anything to do this season except for Dick, Jason, and Corey in the second half.
no Corey, maybe even in an episode. I don't think Blackfire is going to go anywhere at all. They said it's going to be split into two halves. It's going to be split 80% Gotham, 20% Corey, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why did you? I keep going back to this, but why did you want to make a Teen Titans show? You should have just made a show about Dick Grayson becoming Nightwing. That would be an
Because they
amazing.
wanted to make a show about, sidekicks and what a sidekick to a superhero really means, but they just didn't know how to write anybody except for Nightwing, and they didn't even write him in the correct way.
They think they can only write Nightwing, but really they can't even write Nightwing. They
Exactly.
because Teen Titans are popular right now. They're really big right now, and that's why they think they can do this when they can. Well, do we think we're gonna see any cameos from mainline superheroes?
I mean, we're getting Bruce. He's definitely not suiting up. I
I
can
think I
promise
think we're
you.
gonna see a Superman. I just got a feeling.
I don't think so.
I feel like we're gonna get a Superboy episode and Superman's gonna appear because in
I don't.
in the universe of Titans they haven't met.
Yeah, but at the same time, Superboy is not going to do anything in the season. I promise you. He will
We
have him and
he,
Beast Boy are going to be on the sideline, just being like, being like, "Hey, that's
just be
pretty cool. Oh, Jason's bad. Boo hoo."
and the thing is, Superboy is the best character in the last season, which makes this all the more angering. Well, shit. Is there anything else we hate? Is there anything else to even say?
It was 40 seconds, and it was 40.
Imagine what happens when the show comes out.
And they announced the first 3 episodes are going to be available on launch day.
And we're going to have to watch it because we have a podcast.
I just need to watch it because, like, listen, I love watching things. Which I'm weird, okay. I enjoy hating things sometimes. I can't help but watch.
Everyone does. We just act like we don't.
Yeah.
One of the icing on the cake. The day those Titans episodes come out is the day we go back to school.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ready to wrap up the episode?
Yeah.
You have an ending quote?
Titans put me in a bad mood.
I'm in such a genuinely bad mood after talking about Titans.
And I mean, listen, viewers, when it comes to Titans, we really can't handle the truth. Good night.
That was a good ending. Good job, Trey.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have nightmares about Titans now.
Dang.